You know the Prince and I are twins. In age, if nothing else. Come along with me, and I will try to make amends. Let's change clothes. Come on. All right. I am not your Tom, woman, but Edward, Prince of Wales. I am Tom Canty. Can you not see? You mistake me for Prince Edward. Go easy with him, John, please. He's not well. Try to understand.
From now on, he begs or starves.
Then I'll starve.
The rumour's true. The prince has lost his reason.
They say, if he is mad, he cannot reign.
Then chaos will come again.
I did not speak ill of the prince. Why should I? I am the prince.
His Majesty King Henry VIII is dead.
Then long live King Edward VI. God save the king!
God save the king!
My father dead. Then I am King of England. Your lodging house? Is it fit for us?
It's fit, all right. You'll see.
In there for ale. There's food if you want it.
And so we do. Both I and my young friend. Will it not be served with a smile after all this time?
Master Myers. I can't believe it. Why, I thought... Oh, never mind. I'm all at the 6s and 7s this evening. You've heard the news about the king.
Oh, yes, we've heard. So, Goody Watson, tell me. Are you pleased to see your old charge?
Oh, I am. Truly I am. We had you lost in battle and all sorts. And just to think, you're home again.
Nay, not home yet, though that's where we're headed. Have you any news from Hendon?
Oh, yes and no, but you'll be wanting a room. You shall have our best. This way, if you please.
If this is the best room, it would be wise to avoid the worst.
It's fine enough for most to lodge here. We are simple people and run a simple house.
No, it's a splendid room. It's a haven after our travels. Thank you.
Bless you, Master Myers.
Now, if there's something for us both to eat.
Of course. I'll be back in a trace. You just make yourself comfortable, if you can.
I had not thought to find you rude.
Rude?
Goody is as honest an innkeeper as you will ever see.
Indeed. How do you know her?
She was my nurse. Then she married the owner of the Six Bells and has lived here, wife and widow, ever since.
Well, I'm sorry if I've hurt her feelings. I didn't think such people had them.
They do. But in her name, I accept your apology.
Good. Now, pull off my shoes, bring me a bowl to wash, and as a mark of favour, you may attend to me when I eat.
How kind.
I have a chair. You have done well this day, Miles Hendon, and you shall profit from it. Tell me, what will be your reward for saving the skin of the King of England?
Would it be too much to be allowed to sit down in the presence of the monarch?
It is a great favour that you ask. But I will grant it, Miles Hendon. You and your line may sit in our company with our blessing.
Oh. Thank you, sire. Thank you, Lord.
Lady Milford, why are you here? I hope my niece is well.
She is. But the king is dead.
What?
Not 2 hours since.
Harry VIII is dead? Oh, is it possible? I hardly know whether to laugh or cry.
Before you laugh too loud, Your Grace, remember that the Seymour brothers live. And it was Harford who told the king you would turn traitor to the prince.
A base lie from a base-born cur.
Until now, the Seymours have controlled their nephew. You were sure to die in the first days of the new reign if you survived the last days of the old.
And what has altered?
The prince is ill.
So my niece told me. He is no better, then?
No, but the change has made him merciful. Lady Elizabeth means to ask your freedom as her first favour.
And if the young king should recover his wits?
I bring a little hope, Your Grace, no more. If I were you, I'd keep my prayer book open.
Where is Hendon?
Near Rochester, in Kent.
And has your family lived there long?
Long enough for the family and the village to be named together. My father is Sir Richard Hendon of Hendon Hall. A fine old soldier. Knighted at Bodsworth Field.
By my grandfather, King Henry VII.
Just so.
Do you love your father?
Indeed I do. Though you might be surprised to hear it. He's not always in the easiest of tempers.
No more was mine. And yet I loved him as I shall miss him, with all my heart. I was his only son, you see. Do you have brothers?
I do. There are 3 of us. My elder brother Arthur, me, and my younger brother Hugh. And some years back my father took in as his ward Lady Edith de Bohun, heiress to his friend the Earl of Wessex.
Here begins the story.
Precisely. Edith and Arthur were betrothed as children, in accordance with their father's wishes, but as the years passed, it was Edith and I who loved each other.
And Arthur was jealous?
Oh, no, not at all. A kinder fellow never lived. He meant to guide my father to relinquishing his plan.
What happened then?
Well, I was my father's favourite, and my younger brother Hugh was jealous. He saw a chance to make a quarrel, which he did. I knew that things would worsen if I stayed, so I enrolled for 3 years' service overseas.
And have they sent for you?
No. No, not exactly. I was captured and imprisoned for a year, and in that time heard nothing. But I'm free now, and I believe that with good faith I can put things to rights again. At any rate, I'm going home to try.
And to marry Lady Edith?
If only I'd made a fortune on my travels. Alas, I am no equal match for her, though I know she'll wed no other.
Well, we can do something to recommend you as a suitor. Kneel. For service to your king, I dub you knight. Arise, Sir Miles Hendon.
Thank you, sir. But enough of my adventures. Where were you going when we met? Should we send word? Will anyone be missing you?
Missing my back to beat, more like. I was not going to anywhere. Just running from.
From?
From a place which 2 days ago I would not have dreamed existed. Offal Court.
Mother, help me!
Alas, you are not my Tom.
But I am, Mother! I am!
You are not.
Do you not see? I am Tom Canty! I am your Tom! I am! Yes, I am, Mother! I am!
I am your Tom.
Majesty.
I am Tom. I am Tom.
Your Majesty!
Wake up! It is a dream.
I am Tom.
Leave us. We must have no more of this. Do you hear me, sire? No more.
My lord, I am Tom Canty. It is the truth. I cannot help it.
My God, you will help it if I have to make you help it!
Brother! Time to cool hot heads. The king does jest.
I do not jest.
I say you jest and there's an end to it.
Don't you see? Every time you talk of this Tom Canty, it's worth 1,000 men to all our enemies.
Why?
Your sister, Lady Mary, is your heir.
Not my...
If she is queen, she means to marry with the Prince of Spain and rule us from Madrid. 2 things will make this possible. If she can prove you either dead or mad. If you are mad, then she can take the regency. And England is invaded. Huh? Is that your wish?
I would serve England to my dying breath, but I am not the king, your master.
So, the country must prepare for war. But just remember this. The piles of dead and the weeping of their widows will be your doing.
No. Very well. You say I must be king. So be it. But mind, Lord Harford, I am not the king, whatever I may play. He is out there somewhere, unprotected, and I'll only act his part if you will try to find him.
Good morning, Master Miles. You were up early?
With the lark, Goody, and I am ravenous. Some breakfast, please, and plenty of it for the lad and me.
And when will he be back?
Back? He's upstairs, sleeping like a dead man.
Oh, no, indeed, sir. He left as soon as we got your message.
What message? When?
Why, not 10 minutes since. A boy came sent by your goods.
Well, where did they go? Did you see them? Oh, Goody, please, think!
I never knew, sir. Only that you were waiting for him nearby, and could the young master hurry to join you? Oh, he would not go at first, saying it was not right that he be summoned like a varlet. But he went in the end.
There. I'm sure no harm will come of it. If he returns, you keep hold of him.
Oh, I will, sir. Indeed, I will.
My lady, the king awaits you eagerly. Shall I arrange for you to breakfast with him?
You are kind, my lord, but I ate 2 hours since, and I think I need no go-between to deal with my brother.
No, indeed, my lady.
If it is her brother.
What?
This morning there was something. I don't know. He did not seem mad, and he has more dignity than he has ever had before.
If I hear one more word of this, I tell you now, I'll see you drawn and quartered with your entrails burned before your eyes. So look you, brother.
The Lady Mary.
Your Majesty.
We are away from curious stares. Perhaps we may be easy. Come, sit. Will you eat or drink with me?
No, thank you, sir. Non e convenit Latine colloquy?
Mala uti lingua patriae nostrae.
In English, then. You are well, sir?
Well, yes, I am well. As well as I could wish. And you?
Alas, I cannot throw off the death of our beloved father. In my weakness, I must remember him one day at least.
Sirrah, halt! For I go no further.
What's the matter?
Well, where are we going? What is the danger that we must hurry so?
Your companion is anxious to talk to you.
My companion? Did he not say his name when he sent for me? I have been foolish. I do not believe you have spoken to him at all.
Wait.
I'll not wait.
Oh, I think you will.
It is Master Marlowe, sire. He comes for confirmation in his place.
What place is that?
My place is your whipping boy, my liege. It is I, Humphrey Marlowe, who has sat with you at lessons and been whipping your place these last 8 years.
Of course. Oh, of course. I know you well. Thank you. You may leave us. There is another service you could render me. I am not well. You've seen that I've lost my memory, and I need reminding of my customs and companions. You must know all my daily round. Would you do this for me?
Remind your Majesty of your own friends and foibles.
Precisely.
All right. Yes, I'll do it.
Good. Then let us begin with the ambassadors from France and Spain who come to court this afternoon. Do I know them? Do I like them?
Signor Reynardo you know and dislike very much. His master, the most Catholic king of Spain, would like to replace you on the throne with his cousin, Lady Mary.
Milady, have you seen the younger king since you returned to court?
This morning.
And?
I found him different in his manner, but...
Yes.
He is not quite mad.
Milady, are you sure, for? If he is, the King of Spain stands ready and eager to help you displace him.
His Majesty the King.
Signor Leonardo, Monsieur de Noailles, I bid you welcome to our court. Let us begin this reign in a spirit of friendship.
Your Majesty echoes my master's words.
Mad or sane, he manages the business well enough.
You're right. The danger passes.
Excuse me, but I'm looking for a boy about so high. He's poorly dressed, yet has an educated voice. He told me he had come from here.
Who are you? Why do you seek him?
My name is Miles Hendon, and I am his friend. Who is he?
My husband thinks he's our son gone mad.
And you? What do you think? Where is he, pray?
My husband's taken him, sir.
Well, when next you see him, tell him that I plan to leave for Kent. I should be happy to greet him there.
I'll tell him, sir.
Thank you.
If I do see him.
Signor Reynardo scowls each time he looks at me. I'd best take care whenever I drink or eat.
What noise is this?
It is a crowd beyond the gates accompanying some convicts to the gallows.
They are very loud about it.
The people criticize the judgment, my liege.
When don't they?
It is sad to open a reign with a hanging. Who are these poor unfortunates?
A poisoner and 2 witches.
I would see them, wretched as they are.
I'll not stay here for a witch's curse.
My lady, patience, now is our chance. There could be rumors of the young king's madness in Paris and Madrid within the week.
Sirrah, you, come forward. What is your crime?
I have been found guilty of poisoning.
For which you hang?
No, sire. The sentence for poisoning is to be boiled alive.
That is a hard fate.
Hard for me, for I am innocent.
Like every felon.
Go on.
The man who died was my uncle. They say he drank a posset and it killed him. The hour before his death, a man was seen to leave his house, and witnesses have sworn that it was me. Since I inherit as his heir, the court has found me guilty.
And so he is. The court and I alike, I fear.
It was not me. I was far away that day, selling my wares. At the hour the murderer was seen, I was rescuing a child from certain death. I was saving a life, not taking one.
What do you sell?
Ribbons and laces, sire.
Look out!
Your Majesty.
Where was this rescue?
In Cheapside, near the Northbrook Arms.
I am not convinced of this man's guilt. There is a priest in Cheapside, Father Thomas of St. John's. Find him and see if he's heard tell of a peddler and the saving of a child. If he has, the prisoner shall go free.
Well, there he is. I think he'll do.
He'll do nicely, Master Canty. Very nicely. Oh, yes. There should be pickings here.
Tom?
I am not...
Oh, hold your noise. You've met Hugo, I think. You should be honoured. He's a master pickpocket. Tomorrow you start to learn his trade. Just be sure you learn it well, or you'll learn nothing after.
Now you, madam. Why are you condemned?
They say I am a witch, Your Majesty. That I raised a storm that laid waste the land for many miles around, and that my daughter shares my powers. My lord, I do not beg for mercy for myself. My time has come, I know that. But would you not spare my child? She is as innocent as the dawn, I swear it.
And how did you raise this storm?
They say I wove the spell by taking off my stockings.
By taking off your stockings? Take off your stocking now and raise another storm.
My lord, take care.
If you can raise a storm, even a tiny one, the girl will live.
This is blasphemy.
But, sire, I cannot.
Very well, a clap of thunder then. That's all. One clap and the child goes free.
I cannot. I have not the power. I cannot. Oh, spare my child, I beg you. Hang me, and I will bless you if you will only spare my child.
Come. Any mother who was able to save her child by raising a storm would sink England in thunder to do so. This woman does not because she cannot. She has no powers. She is innocent. You are free, woman, both of you. Go in peace.
Blessed be England to have a just and merciful king.
I have one more piece of business.
Beware of pity, my liege. It can do the devil's work and stay the acts of justice.
What is your wish, my lord?
One I hope that will bring you joy. Lord Harford, go at once to the Tower and release the Duke of Norfolk.
Thanks be to God.
Your Majesty, Norfolk was condemned by the late king, your father. Surely to honour King Henry's memory...
My lord, Norfolk will live. My father's memory will be more honoured by his reprieve than by his death.
Your Majesty, listen. The crowd calls blessings on your head.
Come, sire. Let me show them their wise king, and I will cheer with them for what you've done this day.
What is the matter now, my lord? The king is well. His illness gone.
Yes, the king is well and popular. But popularity is like madness, milady. It can vanish in an instant.
John? Is it you, John?
What do you want?
They told me I might find you here.
Fool woman, have you been followed?
I promise. I was careful.
You better be right.
Can't hear you in.
Can I stay, John?
Stop or go. I care not. You try to run, and I'll slit your throat.
He means it.
Slit the throat is one way out.
No, Tom. That would mean you had forsaken prayer.
I pray aright. I pray to be carried far from here. But here I stay.
While you were gone, a man came looking for you.
What man?
A Master Hendon, I think it was.
Miles Hendon? What did he say?
Only that he was headed for his home in Kent, and he'll be glad to see you there.
Not as glad as I. His village is called Hendon too. Have you heard tell of it?
Where would I hear of country villages? I've lived my life in one small, dirty acre. Yeah, I bought some food. It's not much, but it's yours.
I shall remember that you have made this penance easier to bear. I thank you for your kindness. Prince as I am, I have not known my share.
Are you still here?
You said I could stay.
Change my mind. Get out. Go home.
But John...
Just go!
Lord Harford. You are a surprising visitor.
The king has sent me. With your pardon.
Oh. It must have been difficult to bring.
Difficult enough.
My lord, you see in me the enemy of your ambition, but I am not your rival.
No.
No. Judge me not by your own standards. I do not want the regency. You are the king's uncle. I am not. Act wisely for the king and his sisters, and I will not trouble you.
Is that a threat or a promise?
As you will.
What ails you, Tom, for pity's sake?
I am not Tom.
Who are you then?
Well, don't you know? He's the King of England, aren't you, Tom, lad?
I am.
King of England, are you indeed? Looney the first king of the moon calves, more like. Come on, let's crown him!